Good morning, everybody. Today is March 9th, 2021, and we're going to be taking a look at gold, silver, the S&P 500, and Bitcoin. Taking a look at gold, gold has bottomed on a 9. It's recovering nicely. We're looking at this green line right here, which is at the midpoint of this 8 candle. As long as this 9 candle can close above the midpoint of this 8 candle, I'm expecting a 1 to 4 candle correction all the way up at least to the yellow line. And then potentially more downside to come because we have not touched the bottom of this channel. All right, taking a look at silver. Silver is also pumping nicely. If we go over to the weekly chart, silver is looking good. I do need to see it close below this green line in order to think that we're going to come all the way down to this $22 area, which is where I have this. My upper bound is 29 and my lower bound is 22. If we get this green candle close underneath this green line, then I'm expecting an acceleration to the downside. However, that looks unlikely at the moment. We still have 3 days and 5 hours left, and we will be paying attention to that. We are probably not going to be printing our 9 on the daily chart as long as we close above the 7-period moving average. I am expecting at least a move up to one of these higher time frame moving averages, possibly a retest of this trend line. All right, going to the S&P 500. The S&P 500 is looking really bullish on the daily. As long as we close right here, I am expecting a move potentially to new all-time highs by end of week. Gamestop. Gamestop is looking pretty good. We have obviously made a higher low and now a higher high. Now that resets the trend that we were in before, and so now this is a bullish scenario on the daily. The count is a 1 going above a 9. We have closed this gap on this 9 from back here from the 7 to this 1 candle, and the RSI is in the slightly overbought region. I will be paying close attention to GameStop. It looks like it may be a repeat of what happened with Volkswagen back in the day. All right, Bitcoin, the daily chart on Bitcoin. So for those who don't know, what I have drawn right here is a large channel that had good consolidation, a breakout, a breakdown, a retest of the midpoint, and now another move up. And we have retested the top of this channel. However, we have pulled back slightly. On the DeMark system, I still have a time indicator that we should be somewhere above this channel by March 14th. My target is $62,000. However, that doesn't mean it's going to need to play out. It could be all the way up towards the top of this trend line that we broke down from as a retest. Now, the RSI is lower. However, the RSI is not diverging because of this area right here. We're obviously making higher highs and higher lows, and we're obviously making higher highs, higher lows. The MACD is starting to flip over to the positive side, and that's something to pay attention to. And we are going to be taking a look at the 4-hour. The 4-hour had a triangle right here, which we did break out from. We broke out very nicely from the triangle. Our target was this purple line at $54,000. We hit our target on the triangle, and now we are consolidating at this high. The good news is that we're consolidating at this high above the 7-period moving average, and the 30 and 128 are about to flip over. Now, the trend can stay intact as long as we are above this green trend line. The secondary trend, which is the switch from the bearish position to the bullish position, is a little bit shallower. However, it will be traveling along with this. If we do break down from this upswing at this angle, we will probably come back down and retest the longer term trend. We are inside of this little pocketed area on the RSI, which I consider very, very bullish and very, very safe. Now, this area we can play in for days, maybe even up to a week. As long as we're playing in this slightly overbought position and just hovering in this slight area and not dipping into this red zone, we probably won't have a correction coming. We won't have a large correction coming like we did right back here. The MACD is still trending up, but it is flattening. One thing to note is we do have this 30 and 128 period moving average crossover coming in let's see, in the afternoon. And that may act like a magnet to try and pull the price back. However, we are very far away from it. That is that's a 10% move. 10% away from the price on this is pretty steep, and I don't know if we're going to be able to pull the price all the way back to it. We may just start trending upwards again. I would like to see a little bit more consolidation, maybe for the rest of the day, followed by a pop towards 58,000 and then a breakout towards 62. I will not change my position that we are bullish until these new lines are moved. So we can delete these, and that's our resistance right now. If we break below here, I get a little bit concerned. And then the only place I am paying attention to for the break is now right down here at $49,000. If we trade under 49,000, that resets my position and turns me back into a bear. Now that's only on the 4-hour chart. The daily is a little bit of a different story. However, I don't have time to explain that right now. Everything looks good so far. This chart is getting pretty cluttered, so I will be cleaning that up for tomorrow. Everyone have a wonderful day, and I will talk to you then. Alrighty, bye.